the worst to best Star Wars movies, but I don't want to waste time on this video, so this is my opinion, but let's get this video started. So as you can see, in my opinion, Attack of the Clones is the worst Star Wars film, and for many reasons. But let me just talk about the things I liked about it. So I liked the Coruscant chase. I thought it was cool how they had those city flying cars and stuff like that. I liked the time on Tatooine parts of it, even though I really did hate Anakin acting like a psycho serial killer and stuff like that. But it was kind of cool to see the backstory of the Lars family, who Luke eventually grew up with. Well, Owen Lars, yeah. But God, those are the only things I like about this movie. The rest I just hate. The dialogue is bad. Anakin is at his worst, and he never really has a good relationship with Obi-Wan like they said in the original trilogy. He's really rude to Padme. I can tell Padme was just really annoyed and kind of disrespected by him. So yeah, also yeah, the dialogue was bad. Like, you know, the political debates, I don't even know why they kept repeating that, even though it failed in the Phantom Menace. But yeah, you know, like, you don't see the main villain until like an hour into the movie. I hated Yoda. Yoda was pretty boring. Most of the characters are boring, including Obi-Wan. They're all boring mongs. Yoda flying around kind of ruined his culture, which he just used the Force and to move stuff and be a Jedi. So yeah, the characters are really boring. I didn't really care for this movie. The CGI was really, really bad. Well, it was good CGI, but they used way too much CGI. The clones didn't really seem to be a big aspect in the movie, really. They never really did anything with them. Yeah, there's not really much to this movie. It's just pretty bad, in many ways, in my opinion. So yeah, Attack of the Clones is the worst. Now let's go into the fifth worst. As you can see, The Phantom Menace is the second worst Star Wars film, and once again, a really, really disappointing film. The characters are really bad in this film, super boring. I hate Qui-Gon. He's just so boring, I can't stand him. Jar Jar Binks, that was a huge joke and was a fail. Comic relief. But anyway, like, I don't really like much about this movie at all. I actually hate, like, almost everything about it. Way too many political debates, which basically ruin the whole movie. You don't get introduced to the villain in, like, an hour, and, you know, the CGI isn't as bad as Attack of the Clones. Like, they did okay with the special effects, but still, I didn't like Obi-Wan in the movie either. He was pretty boring. Anakin was poorly miscasted. The dialogue wasn't as good. Queen Amidala, who cares about her? Yeah, I liked that, but I'll just list off some of the things I liked about it once again. I liked the Battle of Naboo, and I think that was pretty cool. I also liked the invasion of Naboo. It was kind of cool to see all those battle droids, coming down there. It looked kind of evil, which is pretty good. But yeah, this film is disappointing. Hard to connect to the characters, especially Darth Maul, since we barely see him in the movies, and he should have survived, but of course, he didn't survive. So yeah, this movie is really disappointing in many ways. So yeah, Phantom Menace is the fifth worst, so now let's go on to the fourth worst. As you can see, Revenge of the Sith is the fourth worst film. This film is not bad. You know, it's not great, but it's not bad. Best of the prequels, easily, as you can see. So this movie is, the dialogue isn't as great. It's not great, but it's not as bad as it was before. There were good things to come out of this movie, a decent amount of good things. A lot better than the previous film, Attack of the Clones. You can tell Anakin is friends with Obi-Wan in this film, which is great. He's not just this rabid serial killer. So, yeah, the CGI, I hated once again, the CGI delivered in this film, which I didn't like. Anakin versus Obi-Wan, the lightsaber duel, people overrate that. I really didn't like it. It was just too much dancing. They just jumped way too much. And it was way too long. There was no need to have it like 14 minutes or whatever, how long it was. But yeah, This movie isn't bad. You know, you see Darth Vader, which everybody knew was gonna happen. Darth Sidious versus Yoda. I like the fight, but the idea of having Darth Sidious have a lightsaber wasn't that great. You know, it's not a bad movie. Dialogue's better. Not much political debates. Cool ships, and not a bad film. So this, now on to the third. Now on to the third best film. I know I just got a lot of hate for this, but the third best film is The Empire Strikes Back. No, now I love this movie just like every other original movie. All of them are really, really awesome. And this movie is amazing. You know, there was just a problem with the movie. I felt like it was too slow going, and I'm not saying that I want to see tons of battle and stuff. Like, it had really, really good backstory, and I really enjoyed it. But sometimes I was kind of bored by scenes. There's not really much action in it. Not much. Oh, there was tension in the movie, yes. But like the asteroid field chase or whatever, it was kind of boring for a little bit. Like the start of the movie wasn't that great. Just these meteors hit out the ground, and a probe droid appears, and Luke appears. It's not like that exciting. But yeah, this film is still really great. Battle of Hoth, great. The backstory, great. Carbonite freeze was pretty scary. It's kind of traumatizing. Just like, imagine just like a 5-year-old watching that claw pick up the frozen Han Solo. That must be torture. You know, there was a really, breaking point of the fate for Han Solo in the movie. It was kind of sad. Luke versus Vader, amazing. That was really awesome to see them clash, with the good lightsaber bout. Vader just playing with him. I like the planets. Well, Hoth wasn't that great. But I really love Cloud City. You know, Dagobah, it was pretty cool to see Yoda for the first time, but it was kind of boring at sometimes, you know, sometimes I wasn't, like, too excited by it. But it was just a really simple movie, and it's really awesome, so much story, and this is, so yeah, this is a really good movie. Now on to the second best movie. As you can see, A New Hope is my second favorite Star Wars film. I love A New Hope. It's action-packed, and they spend a decent amount of time in space, unlike some of the other films. And I love the character development. Luke Skywalker just being a farm boy, and all of a sudden he goes into an adventure in space. And then Ben Kenobi versus Darth Vader. They fight. I actually enjoyed that lightsaber duel. I know everybody hates it, but I liked it. I prefer emotion than Dancing Queens. Really, and then Obi-Wan sacrifices himself, and then Luke screams. And the movie is just great. So much character development. Special effects were really great. Space was really great. Han Solo, I liked Han Solo in that movie. I liked when he was a smuggler. This is my favorite face of Han Solo in this movie, but yeah. Really entertaining, adventurous, and really fits the sci-fi. Yeah. The Death Star was great. The villain, Darth Vader, was great. Just the introduction to the Star Wars saga, just amazing. A New Hope is the start. A New Hope is one of the best films of all time. So yeah, now on to my favorite Star Wars film, which you guys already know. So as you already know, Return of the Jedi is my favorite Star Wars film. I know a lot of people don't like it because the Ewoks, they're too cute and blah blah blah. But yeah, I really didn't mind the Ewoks. Did they need the Ewoks? No, but they didn't bother me as much as Jar Jar Binks. But really fun and adventurous. Luke versus Vader was just outstanding. That's probably my favorite lightsaber duel of all time. Just the emotion running through Darth Vader at the end when he sees his son getting electrocuted to death, and then he grabs the Emperor, which I liked in this movie, how the Emperor made his entrance. It was pretty cool. But yeah, so Darth Vader just throws him down the pit, and that's one of my favorite scenes where we see Luke, Darth Vader, his father, bond and stuff. So yeah, Han Solo gets unfrozen in this movie. Great. We see Yoda, who reveals the truth, that Darth Vader is Luke's father. they rebuild the Death Star, which is pointless because later on in the movie it was destroyed. But I love the Battle of Endor. The Ewok thing, and in space, they were both really good. And the space battle, the Battle of Endor space battle, that was amazing. Easily the best sci-fi space battle of all time. Yeah, the character development amazing. Everybody was interested in Leia's Jabba's costume or whatever. I really loved the Sarlacc pit. That was a really cool shootout battle. Although Boba Fett dies in kind of an unpleasant way. I think Boba Fett should have survived until, and then he would have got killed off in Endor. I think that would have been better. Because he could have been like the leader attack on Endor, but yeah, it's still a great movie. I'm a fan of happy endings. I'm sorry about that, but that's the way I am. So yeah, I really love this movie. It's the end to a great saga and the celebration at the end, and my favorite Star Wars movie. So thanks for watching this video, and bye. Hey guys, as you